not the ideal meal right before a game starts, and zeeq spots quite the presence towards Garage. This is going to prompt a slight rotation towards the C and B side, although zeeq, quite competent on his own, tried to rely on a bait that Soulmate was set up for. Not the case. ROACH not only gets the frag, but he's overhealed and a double aggression. Oh no! He had his teammate to watch his back, and as soon as the round begun in their favor, the advantage folds the other way, and BRS holding the spike down will be able to play post plant.
Oh, and Fishball caught with his hands down, his back turned away. Slight whiff there from ROACH, and Harshhh capitalizes, but his position now known as he switches up his weapon.
Pistols. And at moments like these, it's better to stick together than give individual kills. BenJ entering the side, although Chrome with that Bucky is able to get only one. They manage to trade each other off here, which keeps things interesting in the code for RGE. Puts them in a position where they can at least contest, although Asitte with his garage crunch cleans off the presence towards backside, and it's all left on a Harshhh. I mean, he still has 4 bullets at the headhunter, so hypothetically damage is what he's looking for, and it's still possible for him to deliver. First frag does present itself, but he's not really able to capitalize. Yeah, he kills him with the classic, but can't kill with the headhunter. Yeah, perfectly.
Towards the C site, and instead of going towards C, instead they're knocking their sights onto this B site with their broken buys, and it makes a lot of sense. Like, they've got the Spectres, they've got the Buckies, but the crossfire already set up, and the recon immediately broke it. The Leer as well. Rio makes quick work of them and massacres them up nice and easy. Just like that. It should be a simple enough round, but Kucf coming up huge with a couple of shots.
He's trying his
best. They do lose it out, but Kucf does them.
You get the first round on the board, alright. They do it sort of clinically, and they still have the opportunity now to hit the equalizer and hit it hard. Although ROACH finding that opening towards C. Every teammate he has trying to flood in towards the side. The setup is brilliant from zeeq as him and Rio work in unison. The initiators initiate the retake, and hey, they didn't have to let the spike go down. Thug life stuff right there as they walk away with the man advantage.
A huge frag picked up there for Fishball, because that mid lurk taken away, and now in this 2v4, remember this is the buy for Vorpal Swords, so in a chunk of trouble, because this means the operator likely to come online while their economy is being devastated, and Reckoning looking for that equalization in terms of scoreline, but it's not over just yet. zeeq's quite low and might just be isolated, but Reckoning happy to play defensive positions, especially on the back of them having that fade nightfall, right? They know as long as they stick together, they can easily retake if they have to, but they're expecting that B presence here, and Fishball marking the crossing might just be rewarded.
30 seconds left.
The opening. The one duel that they might have not wanted to give, although Harshhh right around the corner to pick up where his teammate dropped it off. The advantage still lies in the code of RGE, although without the spike. Alright, I mean, time was of the essence anyway, and he had a shrouded step. Maybe he could have used that to go towards another side. Rather, he wants to play contact. Wouldn't that hypothetically mean that you would get the lead if you save on the pistol and are able to, you know, rely on the second round victory?
Well, yeah, but it reduces your chances of that second round victory altogether, and appropriate, I think that's too big a gamble to take, right? But either ways, Harshhh has already started reckoning off with the 3k in this round. And in this eco situation, Vorpal Swords doesn't look like they're going to be able to
his team saving up the money for that operator investment later to come. Combo of the C's plus the nade.
Ooh.
I mean, it does Asitte dirty, but at least chormnz is able to get the trade. Although he is left worse for wear, down at 24 HP without a Sky around the corner to heal.
And look at this, Ajay. That early trade also did a chunk of damage to BenJ and chormnz, so... Sorry, chormnz. And it really does put Reckoning in a much better spot, because look at Harshhh's position. He's pushed up all the way to A lobby, but he misses that shot. They pushed him back, and now they're gonna expect that the rotation comes through to help him, but no Reckoning. They hold on to their spots. They hold down their foot. They're holding their positions, and they'll be ready for this seating.
Alright, Nightfall. Be a good addition, but if they're able to catch the like a fishball as well, which is not the case. Beautiful stun. Soulmate, all he needs to do is rely on his teammates towards defend his spawn rotation, and fishball does the exact set up.
One enemy remaining.
All of this were premeditated as soon as that Nightfall came out.
And though the eco for Vorpal Swords here in this round, and like you said, this first map absolutely crucial for them, and especially this first half, because Reckoning, they have looked a lot more comfortable on the attacking side when they get to control the pace.
Oh my
But
god, the utility.
already Harshhh having picked up that first pick. zeeq with the aftershock with another. The nade now coming in to likely take down the planter. It seems like Vorpal Swords, they're being absolutely massacred, but they've got the plant down. chormnz holding down the fort with his bucket.
Last player standing.
Not able to
Sad.
find one.
Dude, this is what we were talking about pre-game, right? A raise, a fade, and a breach. Put them together on one team, and boy,
Crucial there once again, looking for that C split. OG this time away in a much faster manner. But Harshhh decides to take the fight to them. Shots went down towards C long, and fishball moving in towards B for another. And already the buy for Vorpal Swords collapsing.
I mean, this is prime chamber issues, right? Exactly why Riot wanted to change this agent. Look at him in a map like Icebox. You look at him in a map like Haven. The operator is essentially a death sentence if you hold the angle well and if you play your cards right. That's exactly what VRS faced, and that's exactly what Harshhh saved in the round prior. Being 2 men down. We've seen this garage split fail when they had the advantage. Now on the bat of a disadvantage, they need to make a miraculous play. Oh, he still gets punished by Asitte. They make the split from garage. The trades out immediately, although presence towards backside makes this hold much more doable. Good job on Kucf though, he's found 2. Made this round winnable. Has his ultimate if he chooses to get out of the C side, which seems to be a sticky situation, but it's something that RGE are expecting. Look at the position of Rio.
Oh.
He's like, bro,
30
don't die,
seconds left.
don't take the fight, force him to TP. As soon as he TPs, he's gonna have a bullet in the back of his head.
Oh, and Soulmate just piling on the pressure. OG the
Playing
spams
with him.
hitting Kucf too. Exactly, they're playing with their prey. And Kucf now cornered like a small mouse.
He's
but
ulting.
able to
They
make the ulti
know.
play from the shadows, trying to get into the A side, but Rio's ready, and zeeq ready to hold down this B side with the backup of Rio as well. It looks like Vorpal Swords headed straight for disaster.
Oh, space created. chormnz trying to make as much impact with the showstopper, but that rocket doesn't find Jack. Well, results both the ways, I guess. At least they have the Rolling Thunder to force the fights within the B side, which was like an open site, but now becomes a closed casket of the dreams that VRS once had of a plant. Hell, once had of a potential chance at a dub. That's stolen away as well.
In that last round, the showstopper taken away, and now without the economy to play as well, they're in a bit of an impossible position. And Fishball taking full advantage. He shuts down
Jesus
2 zeeq with the backup
Christ.
as well. They're just making quick work of them. Eco farming at its very best.
Oh no, the salty flash.
Stepping up to the mark for Reckoning. They've been given a chance and they're living up
They'll
to that
beat it.
shot, but expecting that early aggression from Harshhh. ROACH, he shuts them down, and finally something goes in favor of Vorpal Swords' way. They get that initial pick, but they still have to make their way, try to get into sight. ROACH trying to inch his way towards the C side, but the push towards C long expected. They don't expect him in the cubby, and instantly a flurry of trades.
They find the opening well, but on the quest of trying to make any inroads with the opening with map control, that's why they fail. Mind you, they didn't even have the Alamba to play against. Oh, that paranoia. They're gonna check. They're gonna check. They know. They have that sixth sense as to what the movements of VRS is gonna look like. Paranoia alongside the fake. Not as much as a dead giveaway at the rotation.
And they just get punished. Reckoning doing exactly that. And despite losing Harshhh quite early, they're able to close off the round and again put down the economy for Vorpal Swords. This time though,
And look at this.
again,
A
that
quick
first
play.
pick picked up, but they're staying together. They're going for that A hit, trying to keep the man advantage. They might just find their way. But the Nightfall available for Reckoning here, OG, the retake ready.
They're waiting for the spy plan, and there we go. The Nightfall. Although the Reno left uninterrupted whatsoever, ROACH still finds that kill, has his position. Quickly dispatched though by Soulmate. I think they had a fall back to try and dodge that Nightfall. Luckily, chormnz is able to find that entry. They just need to try and play together. Don't give the opening to Soulmate, who's trying to play point Still not damaged. Look at chrome's HP. It's so dead low. There's still a possibility for the soulmate clutch. The spray transfer of having the double initiator composition, right? You can try applying pressure unilaterally across the map and still have utility left for the execute, which is in fruition right now, ladies and gentlemen. This C side, although it looks like it's being contested by VRS, it's a hard fight for them to take. They at least have Kucf towards the backside, but he's not able to find much. The side quickly swarmed by Reckoning Esports, and they've not left a single member of VRS with any mercy whatsoever. Brutal, quick, and decisive. That's how their C side hit was.
Though.
However, what options do VRS even have left? RGE, anticipating there to be only pistols on the other side, are electing to try and play this one slow on the back of contact, which is not the most ideal play. I think Fishball's had a minor heart attack there, but I think he should be able to recompose with the fact that VRS still are at the man disadvantage and they are not in vicinity to grab weaponry. So Reckoning Esports, despite losing a man, they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's.
Exactly, and they pull the gun back too, so there's no possibility. ROACH's aggressive move shut down, and Reckoning, they're just waiting for the errors, they're waiting for the mistakes, playing the contact game. Now, able to
only
get
opening
themselves
is
onto
this.
site, but the flank coming through for Asitte, and wait, did Rio DC?
Why was he watching? Yeah, why was he watching long?
I think he
Well,
might have
never
DC'd.
mind. I mean, it's given them a chance. VRS, they're able to not only grab a gun, but they have positions towards the back lines, which might make the job of Kucf just a teeny bit easier as he won't have all the eyes at him. Although Asitte needs to read the situation and read the rule. Oh no! zeeq was patient all along, and as soon as he took a step, he took a step within his grave. And it's all on a Harshhh with respect to CQC. Still has the possibility of the clutch. Kucf knowing exactly where he's playing from, ring around the Rosie. Harshhh not giving away any audio cue whatsoever. This is brilliant.
Oh,
this
the
is
mind
smart.
games.
He's using his own smoke against him. Oh wow! Oh no!
Oh!
I thought it's
The
almost done
time
and
though.
dusted.
By the nick of time, he should be able to get it. And if you can afford it, of this strat, because it offers you a diversity of options with which to play, but instantly shut down. The Emperor is ready to pray.
And Kucf with the push. Oh, well denied. That is a bulldog. Now potentially in the hands of RGE. Although ROACH, anticipating that weapon pickup, is trying to play as quick as humanly possible. If zeeq gets lucky here, he not only has that operator, but he will find the plant. Oh, he's going for the gutsy play. Operator peek to work.
He shuts them down. The ace coming through, and Vorpal Swords, they
Beautiful
hold
shot.
it down.
Being able to even get objective. They've pointed their eyes towards the B side and are trying to play slow and methodical contact. Now, due to that alarm bot being present, it's easy for VRS to be like, you know what, we're just gonna try and play more conservative towards that side. Although ROACH reinitiating the fight all by himself is gonna be taken advantage of. And I'm not really sure why Reckoning were trying to play so much with their food going towards C-Link as well. With the entire setup now towards B dismantled, it's only gonna be one man who can make a difference, and that's Harshhh. We're gonna see the
and he
ace.
does exactly that.
And
But as long as they get a pick, they've got the ultimates to play. The Rolling Thunder available as well. But now having dodged out the recon, they're backing off on the rotations.
Still
But
find the
Asitte,
frag.
he holds on. He finds that first pick just in the nick of time outside of that Rolling
Okay.
Thunder. But Reckoning, they pushed in. From the shadows, Soulmate found one and now able to get himself out of the fire. The plant done as well. And in this 3v4, the possibilities are nigh, especially with Harshhh going around. The timing though misses out ROACH, and that should be the round picked off from Vorpal Swords.
did they know? Okay, Harshhh slowly walking now, but he still finds the kill. Snaps back to his shot. Mind you, while zeeq is towards heaven, he still can't deny the plant. Waiting for the tap. Now they just play off each other, utility and timing. Asitte honed in towards the shot position. Misses the flick. This could allow the reinitiation from heaven from zeeq. But zeeq coming all the way through. Cautious with the way they're trying to play this round. They need these pickoffs and in clinical fashion as well, because it's only numbers that will help them play against utility. And Soulmate does very good in removing chromes, who was a very big threat towards the post plant. Although the reinitiation from ROACH He's all by his lonesome. He's naded out, could be spammed in, forced to reinitiate, and they don't clear him! No! Harshhh! Look at the wrong direction at the wrong time, and BenJ to add on to the misery.
30 seconds left.
Man disadvantaged right as they try to get into the site, the tables turn.
Oh, but OG, they're trying to get down the blunt and the paranoia. He completely misses. Harshhh though, to get the trade. Holding down the site in the post blunt, leaving Harshhh as the lone man to play. Knows where to expect.
Economy. So VRS still gonna struggle in terms of how they deal with an L. That stun set up very well, and fishball to get the double. He goes into garage and cleans house, cleans shop, vacating the seaside, and with Asitte being tagged by the showstopper, he's dead by Harshh's cold hands. It's all on a BenJ, and I think he's better off not only saving his gun but his utility, as his team is gonna struggle financially in the round coming forth. With RGE being on map point, that's not a position where VRS were considering to see themselves, considering how the second half has been so much more kinder to them than the first.
It's a good save because he's got his shields too, but likely to get hunted down here because Soulmate's giving a lot of information to his team. The trap hasn't been
all their efforts, all their eggs into one basket. Bind is gonna be so much more trickier than a map like Haven, especially against RGE. And ROACH, realizing the need to do something different, do something unexpected, pulls one move out of the bag and it still ends up netting him a frag on a zeeq. A crucial frag, as now both the initiators are out the equation. And mind you, even though they have a weaponry disadvantage, right now VRS distinct utility advantage. With ROACH pushing the metal to the pedal, this makes the job of the rest of his team far more easier.
I'm sure Reckoning bound to feel a lot more comfortable, but this time they're gonna look to pick up the pace. Vorpal Swords, and they find the one and take him down the nade just to make that space for the paranoia. It slowed them down. A slight whip from chormnz and Soulmate. He'll find the trade.
Nice shot from Asitte. Keeps VRS at least in the numbers game. And RGE, considering the amount of utility and bodies that they threw towards the A side, they have no map control and no results to show for it. Solitary walk towards B. Something that we've seen them do quite a bit, and it's something that we've seen them counter when they were on the defense quite a bit. Not the ideal play. Especially when you're an Omen, I feel like going for a frag like that is criminal. Because if another player goes down without having a controller, it's really hard to deal with the situation if things get south. Which, if you're VRS right now, you need to be accounting for absolutely everything under the stars.
Exactly right, and it's forcing them to really split apart. So despite the fact that they've got the man advantage on the map in these fights, likely a disadvantage to play, but Rio, he peeks out solo.
There it goes.
Could have been really risky, but still wins the duel. The trade comes out for Asitte though, and now in a 1v2, all's left is Soulmate. He's gonna be able to get the spike planted, has the from the shadows to try and reposition, and with both of the players coming in from different angles, this could be really good and really bad for Soulmate at the same time because he's not checking his back. Looking for that C hit on the back of the Rolling Thunder. The jump peak to bait out the smoke is going to be able to help them take control of C long, and now the Rolling Thunder set up to take the site, but chormnz already ready with the showstopper off his own. Doesn't need it though, the nade and the bullet just is enough for his might. The showstopper is slows him down evermore. Oh, but zeeq with the spam, he finds a huge trade. And amongst all of this is just a 1-for-1 man, a 1-for-1 ultimate, and Reckoning able to hold on to the spike. Omen ulti though to deal
on
that
the
position.
Here.
But all of this to force Reckoning back towards the A site where Asitte is holding it down with the AWP.
Exactly.
No, Audrey.
I sense it coming, my friend. If they walk towards A, it's almost a death statement. And Asitte is ready as he sets up his TP for another close peek if the aggression even comes towards him. VRS themselves have repositioned to try and counter the mid-round where Kucf has found a brilliant frag to it, so made, and Harshhh, anticipating the position of chormnz, knowing that they're going to be playing off angles, deals with it brilliantly, has his teammates to provide cover. zeeq finds ahead of BenJ. Man advantage yet again, swings the other way very quickly, and VRS left in a position where they yet again need to restabilize from what was a good situation to what's turned horribly south.
Beautifully done by Reckoning. They smoke off the operator, set up a recon which puts Vorpal Swords in a bit of a plight. Kucf able to get some information. Now in at 1v2. No, will not be able to shut down
Close to making it work on their map pick.